All right, what's up, guys? So back with another one here. So today, it's been a while on YouTube since we've talked about it, but today we're talking about my favorite fighting game. I think so. I think if I have to pick one fighting game, it's my favorite one. But of course, Blazblue. So last year, Blazblue got, you know, the PC rollback patch. Great resurgence. Even now, it's still very, very healthy. Hundreds of people playing. Tournaments, all sorts of stuff. Excellent game. Something very interesting, though, is that even though the game has been out for so long, it's still evolving. Fighting games don't just die. It's not like, it's been a year, the game's solved, it's finished. The game is still evolving, and now that, you know, with the rollback patch, like I mentioned, a lot of the old heads are grinding, they're back grinding, the meta is changing. So, of course, whenever there's meta changes, there's going to be a tier list. We are checking out the newest, the hottest Blazblue tier list that just came out from 3 Japanese top players. Who was it? It was Tenchi, Kogaton, and Ito. And Suya? 4. Sorry. Tenchi is what? Izayoi, Kogaton, Ragna, Ito is Carl, and Suya is Valk. These are like top Japanese players. People have been in national tournaments all the time. So they got together, made a tier list. It's quite interesting. And that's the topic. So if you like this, you like Blazblue, you like tier lists, hit that subscribe button and let's go. So here we go. Now, if you haven't seen it, this is causing all sorts of debates right now. I'm not going to break it down one by one. So the first thing to say, left to right matters. So the characters on the left are stronger than the ones on the right. They said stuff like, you know, so Susanoo, he's the top of S. He might be able to move up to SS. But let's start from the top. So God tier. Rachel, Izanami, Carl, Lychee. No debate, right? I think there's no debate about this at all. The only debate I saw, even from the Japanese players, is that Izanami over Rachel. That's like the only discussion point. Those are like the clear top 2 right there. What makes me tight about this, too, as a long-time Blazblue player, you know, since CT, Rachel has been top tier in multiple versions. Carl's always been strong. Lychee, always been strong. Don't listen to Lychee player. She's always been strong. And then Izanami got introduced as top 1. She got nerfed to top 2. But yeah, God, no surprise. Now, SS down here. So this is my girl, S. Top 5? That's probably, honestly, that's like the lowest I've seen her. I guess this is fair. She's in a little different tier from the God because she's more like well-rounded, not as cheap. But yeah, top 5 free. This is the big one, though. Naoto is an SS tier. This is when I talk about the meta changing. This is the biggest one. For years now. For years. Naoto players have been downplaying, crying about the character. He's too hard. He breaks my hands. He's not even good. He does no damage. Blah, 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 blah. Well, here you go. You got the best players in the world. Naoto SS top 6. The Naoto Discord is in shambles. There's no more downplaying allowed. Gaimam's already pissed off. You'd love to see it. Mai in SS, this is big too. Mai in SS, she just does so well, right? So she is just very, very strong, very mobile, and she fights the other top tiers really well. That's like her big thing, right? She destroys Arakune, Izanami. She can beat Rachel's Runaway. She can beat Lychee's Runaway too. She's just good in general. I didn't expect to be that high though. Similar to Naoto, this is a character that started out weak and grew over time. A character that people thought was too simple, you know? Because usually simple characters in this game, down on the bottom, but they're very strong. Speaking of simple characters, look at S. This is the craziest one, I think. Susanoo in top 10. Leader, the S tier. Like one thing away from SS. This is the biggest one. I think the issue is all Susanoo players are bad. It's not the character's bad. It's just he attracts the lowest IQ, edgelord, middle school players. So he looks bad, but he's got God buttons. God 5B, God jump C, God 2C. Damage is insane, but that's very high. I've never seen him that high. On the other hand, in the S tier, what surprised me is Jin. So Jin is quite low. I think it's like, Jin used to be top 5. I see Jin in top 5 a lot. Fenrich just stopped playing, so they forgot about him. On the other hand, Bang is an S tier. Recently, Bang's been winning. He won like the last Japanese national tournament. Bang's been putting up work. What's his name? Fuku. So I think Bang is another character that people didn't think was strong, and then the player put him on the map. So I know Fuku Bang is messing everybody up now. He's always been like a strong player who didn't have like wins. He'd just be up there, but he's been winning recently. So I guess he's changing the meta. Thank you, Coconut, for being ranked high, because after she got nerfed, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, she's finished. But when the Coconut players developed her new stuff, I was like, wait a second, this character's still busted. Now, before we get to the middle, we got to look at C and D. This is very interesting. So the weakest character in the game, Celica. This is my training partner. This is Bobby. Bobby plays Celica. I play SS tier character. Bobby plays the hands down the worst character in the game. Bobby will mess you guys up. I don't care what you say. Bobby needs to take these Japanese players out and teach them a lesson or two. But yeah, just looking at the low tier, like Ragna is the 4th weakest character in the game. This is where things get wild. Ragna has won multiple national tournaments in Japan. He's won all sorts of stuff. Even in America, right? One of America's best players is a Ragna player. They think he's just too boring. Admittedly, Ragna doesn't have anything fancy, but like he's just so solid. His buttons are so good. Ragna's lower than Bullet? Kawakaka? Ragna's lower than Tsubasa? Rocky, I don't know about this one. I don't know about the Ragnar placement. Now things are getting fishy. So Ragnar has no sauce, right? It's just, he's very, very straightforward. That's probably what they're saying. Like on paper, you know, Gauntlet Hades is not good. 6B is not good. He can't open you up, but you just got to play well. This might be an optimal play tier list, like in theory, not in practice. Because Ragnar's definitely higher than that. Now the mid tier. So the way this list worked from the players is that they agreed on like God, SS, and S, and they agreed on C and D. But apparently like double A, and B is just like up for grabs. Like they can't come up with good balancing. I guess the big thing to point out, let's see, in these three is 9 is super low. 9 is way too low. Again, if we're talking about results, 9's got all sorts of results. She got nerfed? Yeah. She's still a monster. She's still blowing people up out here. Amane, double A? Word? ZOWIE, not S tier too? So wait, you want to know what? Hold on, wait. I just cracked the code. Wait, I just figured it out. So remember what I said at the start of the video? This list was made by a Ragnar player, a Valkenhayn player, where's the other one? An ZOWIE player, and a Carl player. So the Carl player definitely tried to downplay, but no one was having it. He was trying to put Carl down like double S. I see. So this is the downplay list. Out of like the A, and B, I think the one really cool thing though is Mew is pretty high. I played Mew, I fought Mew. I was like, damn, this character's pretty good. Relius is quite low too. I think Relius is low. Platinum and Tau at A, above Relius. I don't know, man. This list is wild. This list makes me want to make my own list. I got to do it in a different video, but let's see. What's the most? I think like the biggest takeaway about this, if this is not like a downplay list, it's interesting to see, you know, Bang moving up, Bang's moved up, Naoto's moved up big time, Mai's moved up, 9 has moved down, even though I disagree with it. Out of nowhere, Ragnar just got demoted. Ragnar's always been like high mid. Ragnar's always been like mid, high mid. Jin was considered like top 5 too. He got demoted too. This list is crazy. But again, it's four of the OG top Japanese players that still play this game. So is this the way the meta is going? Is it time for Jiyuna Ragnar to come back and teach these Japanese players the fear of Inferno Divider? But yeah, let me know what you think. If you guys want to see what's the craziest thing for you, a lot of people are disagreeing with this. Players, I see a lot of the American BB players especially are really disagreeing with this. So what is the most out of spot, out of place character on this list to you? If I got to pick one, it's Ragnar. I can't believe I did my Ragnar like that. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. This is really, I just want to talk about it. Blazblue is still really fun. And you know, tier list, I'm not a fan of tier list when it's like week 1 tier list, day 1 tier list, but this game's been out for years now. We're seeing things shift, so it's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I think I still owe you guys a Jubei guide too. Yeah, let me know what's going on with Blazblue. If you're still playing it, let me know. How's it going? How's the net play? What kind of big events are happening? I think we got to bring some Blazblue back to the YouTube channel, man. I don't know. But yeah, if you're still watching, thank you. Leave a comment. Stop downplaying your characters in tier lists. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.